Hey, good morning. I just got done finishing up our first Kansas archery hunt this year. I am wearing the hunter orange there just because the Kansas muzzleloader season's going on until the 30th as well. But we just got done checking one or pulling one of our camera cards here at this location, and we'll be checking that to see if there's any big mature deer moving through. Throughout the last month or so, and maybe we can get on a deer this evening. We are overlooking probably a couple hundred acres of beans, so I know there's some good deer moving through here. It's just all about timing this time of year. We want to touch a little bit around a few things there, trail camera wise. We try to check our trail cameras or pull our trail camera cards in and out of our pass. Going or heading out from our hunt. It works out pretty good, and if we don't end up running our trail cameras on those, we'll try to check them midday, and if we can drive up to them with the UTV or ATV or truck, we'll definitely go that way too. It tends to work out pretty good deer wise. If you're gonna bump a deer, I'd much rather bump them in a vehicle than just myself out there in person. But as you guys can see, right behind us, we've got this little creek, and this particular stand location, I cross 2 or 3 little dry creek beds, and then this a little deeper creek here. I try to find those low areas, in the summer, and then that way I'm not coming in here blind, first opening day there. But those things tend to work out pretty good. Your entrance and exit routes are crucial anytime during deer season. I try to play that wind as well. Although you can never have a fully bulletproof system. Like that. I had a little buck there this morning. Right underneath me. He was downwind. Ozonics performed really well. He did catch a little bit of scent. I think it's probably just the scent coming off of that Ozonics unit. But I was pretty pleased with that. He didn't blow. He stuck around for maybe 3 or 4 minutes, and then just started walking away, just on his normal path there. Did want to touch on a couple other things there. I had been running my trail cameras in the state of Missouri. I got about 40 of them throughout that state. Those deer just been kind of all over the place, timing wise. I got big mature deer moving, midday, between 11:45 and 1:45. That's a real hard time to get in the woods, especially as hot as what it is, and that's just kind of an iffy hunt as it is. But a large majority of the deer, when I've been sitting in the evenings as well as pulling trail cameras, those deer have been moving between about 6 o'clock and then all the way up till about dusk, moving into your food plots and moving into your bean fields. But I've seen quite a few deer, on hoof, moving, so it's a pretty good time to get out there and do a little hunting. It can be a little warm, but we got some nice cool mornings. I think this morning was about 50 degrees outside, maybe in the high 40s, and it made for a pretty good hunt. There were several deer moved through, just nothing I particularly wanted to harvest there. But go back to the trail camera deal. I touched on a little bit, but if you do get you a good deer moving through, and you kind of want to start patterning that deer, I'd highly recommend pulling that trail camera card, look at that picture, find out the date, the time, and then jump on that. Any of these. There's several of these websites, but the one I use is wunderground.com. Put your zip code in there, then scroll down, and it'll list out every single. I think it's a 10-minute increment. It tells you the wind direction, your pressure, and then again your time. So that works out pretty good. I've used that several years and harvested some pretty good deer based off that early season, because it seems like those big mature deer, you get them up on a cold front morning, they'll typically stay in that pattern here in the next, in about 2 weeks after that, and that same thing. It also lets you know, hey, there's some deer movement then, so it's a good time to get back in the stand, if you can find that same or like weather pattern there. We do have a pretty good front moving through next week. in the Midwest. So I believe it's a Wednesday evening, and then waking up there Thursday morning, maybe a little chilly there in the low 50s and high 40s again. So looking forward to that, and that should take us all Thursday, Friday, and into Saturday. So the moon phase is looking pretty good, here in the next couple weeks. So pretty optimistic, about getting out there and seeing quite a few deer. Right now we got Kansas open, and then Arkansas open this morning. So everybody's hunting Arkansas. Good luck with that state there. And then Missouri opened on the 15th. So the only state we're waiting for is Oklahoma for our group there, and it opens on the 1st. So we're looking forward to that date as well, and we'll get on down the road here. And I hope everybody has a great week.